Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. We have a beautiful sunny day. I think it's February 3rd possibly. But yeah, we have not seen sunshine in Northeast Ohio for probably, I don't know, a good month I feel
It's
like.
been a
Like
while.
a full sunny day. We had a few teasers, a little morning sun to, afternoon clouds and fog and rain and all the other elements. But we're gonna start this video here. We're gonna start our sap collecting to make maple syrup. This will be our third season doing this now. I feel like we got a pretty good grasp of the whole process here. It's actually pretty simple. Um, so once the temperatures at night are freezing, and then you get above freezing temperatures during the day, and so the south is behind us, so we got all the sun here, nice south facing part of the tree. So yeah, what happens at nighttime when it gets cold, it creates a negative pressure to where it kind of like sucks all the sap up in the tree, and then as the day warms up, it flows out and it'll flow into your bucket. And this, I mean, if you do this properly, you're not going to hurt the tree at all. Just kind of, only drilling far enough to where you need to. You can see the previous year holes we had here, you know, and they're perfectly fine, totally healed over. So we're gonna go, just near those. And yeah, on a good day, we could fill this bucket up. Sometimes it takes a few days, but the earlier you can get out here, the better. I believe last year we started in January, and it's pretty neat because we'll put a little like filler picture in there, but basically early on you get a lighter syrup. It's lighter in taste, lighter in color, and then as the season goes on, they get a little darker, a little bit more robust. And personally, I like them better when they have a darker, more robust flavor. They just, it's more flavor in my opinion.
I like all of
Yeah,
them.
they're all
They're all
delicious. I
delicious.
mean,
And we have tried so many other store-bought maple
oh yeah,
syrups that are just straight maple syrup.
yeah.
And not to be biased, but ours always comes out the
Mm-hmm.
best.
Yeah, a lot of the other ones we tried
They have
they're bitter.
bitter.
They're
Yeah.
bitter, and ours is very sweet.
No,
And
it's light and sweet and just delicious. I mean,
uh,
it's such a difference than what you get at the store.
yeah, and I mean, anybody that's ever tried our syrup is just obsessed with it and wants to take it all home with
Well,
them. But
we
it's
won't
like,
give away
hey,
any because we use
yeah, we
it.
just enough for ourselves. And
Yeah, I mean, how many gallons did we boil down
oh
last
my
year? I don't
goodness,
even
I
know.
mean, it was probably 120 gallons or
Yeah,
something.
it was a lot. We got a lot of bottles out of it
Yeah,
though. I don't remember how many. I didn't do a full count, but
yeah, we
we
did.
we ended up with a full year
Yeah, we
supply.
had, I believe we had over a gallon of syrup all
Yeah.
said and done.
Yeah, it was a full year for us. I mean, we maybe use it once a weekend,
Yeah.
we'll make French toast or pancakes. We're not eating it every single day.
No, so yeah, I mean, this batch from last year, I mean, we still have
Yeah,
some,
still have
so,
a couple bottles left,
and that's
so
kind of the goal. Um, Typically, I'll put something on top if need be too, just to
yeah.
help keep it, because we get some pretty good wind out here. So, yeah, I'll have to come back and put a rock on there or something. Once it gets a little weight in there from the sap, it should be okay. All right. So yeah, and you can see here, what I do is just I drill, 3 holes in the bucket, and then you want to make sure you drill a little air, vent here. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to flow in. It's just going to create a pressure in there. And yeah, do it on the sides, because if you do it on the top, what's going to happen there is it's going to rain or whatever. Water's going to sit on there, and then it's going to get sucked in, and you don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want outside water, outside tree water. It'll turn it brown.
Yeah, and
spoil the sap.
dirty. And I just got done sanitizing all this stuff, so I was trying to keep it clean.
He used a wine sanitizer and ran it through everything, and then when we're done with them at the end of the season, we rinse them out really good and let them dry, store them, away from light.
So yeah, get your bucket kind of set where you want it, and then you can kind of gauge where you're going to put your spiles here. Again, I can see where I did them last year. Maybe we'll come over here a little bit more, or go up a little more, or down a little bit more.
I'd say down, just because the sun's hitting this side.
Right, you want to kind of try to hit it on where the sun's going. So, yeah,
that's probably a good spot.
Sure.
We got these spiles and
and then
off Amazon. That was pretty cheap.
Yeah, sometimes too, I just a little bit of bark out of the way there. Not gonna hurt the tree. I'll just give you a cleaner insert there. All right, then just go up at a slight angle. You start straight, and then get it started. I'm just gonna kind of gauge it off my thing there. That's probably good. Okay, maybe just a smidge more. That's good. Yeah, you want to go deep enough without going too deep. And just tap it in. Mm-hmm. And there you have it, folks. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing some drips already because, last night it did get cold enough, it froze, and then today's a pretty nice day, so lid here before any dirt gets in there. And you want to make sure you're using food grade buckets too. This one says it right on there, food grade, and you can get those at your local Home Depot, probably Walmart, any kind of store like that. But I would highly recommend food grade, just to make sure you're not getting any contaminants coming off the bucket. Using a Lowe's or Home Depot bucket, it might be fine, but
don't risk it.
For a couple dollars more, I think these were like $6-7 or something like that. So just use the right stuff. And little by little, this is our third year. I haven't bought anything new this year, but little by little, we keep buying more stuff.
It doesn't cost a ton to get started. I think the spiles with the tube, and it came with some cheesecloth. It came with a couple different things. You can get them on Amazon. It gets you started, and then some food grade buckets, and then we'll show you as we go. Shawn built us a stove. The first year we just did it over the fire in the backyard.
Yeah.
We set it up over the fire pit and boiled it down out there. And last year he built us an actual stove.
Evaporator is what you actually call it.
Yeah, sure.
Technical terms.
Technical terms, evaporator, but just some catering dishes on top of heat. Just all the surface area, and boils it down. Mm-hmm. Then we just keep the buckets in the garage where it's pretty cold. You don't want them getting hot. So I know some people freeze water bottles and sit it down in there, but as long as they're staying cold, you're okay.
Yeah. I'll try this spot here. Seems a little dead.
Is it rotted in there?
Well, it's not rotten, but I'll give it a go. If I don't see anything, I can make another hole. That'd be okay. Okay, so that's our first one there. I got 4 trees I tap all together. This is the big dog. I don't know, I'm thinking it's a sugar maple. The other ones I tap are silver maples, and basically the sugar maple is going to yield you a higher sugar content. So you actually need less syrup or less sap to make the syrup. They base pretty much the ratios off of the sugar maple. So 40 gallons of sap should get you 1 gallon of syrup. Seems like a lot, but it's a lot. You're basically boiling down water to nothing to get the sugar out of it. So it's a process. But I got 3 other trees I'll do. And then 2, you see, I got the 3 taps in this tree, and that's based off of the size of the tree. I think it starts, 18 inches. You can start tapping them like just one tap. 24 inches, you can put like 2 taps in there, and then the bigger trees, 36 inches and above. I mean, you can put 3+ taps in them. So just kind of follow the rules if you want to have years and years of this without hurting the tree. I mean, obviously this tree is pretty darn old to be this big, and he's still doing great. We get a ton of sap out of him, so yep. Yeah, I don't see anything flowing just yet, but we just opened up the wound, so it's gonna probably take a minute to kind of start flowing. But yeah, when it's going, I mean, you just see it just drip, 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 drip. It's a pretty fast process once it gets going. So yeah, that's about it, guys. We're gonna go and tap a few of these other trees, and then we'll bring it back when we collect them. And basically, you want to keep them stored in a nice, cool place. I just keep in the garage. And they'll keep for a couple weeks easily, no problem, as long as it stays cold. That's where the white buckets are nice too, because if they do get a little bit of sunlight or whatever, it's going to reflect them and it's going to keep the sap nice and cool. So just make sure you're checking your buckets and get the sap in a nice, cool, dark place to keep it good till you can get around to boiling it. And make sure when you're ready to boil, carve out a whole day, because you're gonna need it. It's
whole
a process.
days.
I mean, you could easily spend 8 hours boiling the sap, and I mean you're babysitting it for a while. But there's other fun things you could do at the same time. We plan on maybe smoking a brisket or something at the same time. So just get out and enjoy it. And like this time of the year too, I mean there's only so much you could do. All right, folks, gather around. All right, so our buckets have been gathering for about 24 hours almost, and not much in there. No, not much. That's okay. I think today's gonna warm up some more, and they say too, like, I got some ice in there, and they say too, like, just pretty much throw the ice out because it's mostly water. Might as well not waste your time. I mean, it's a lengthy process. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Good morning. It's been a couple days. Good morning, ducks. So today is Wednesday morning. What do we do this? Saturday?
Yes.
Saturday. So,
we checked them Sunday.
Yeah, we checked them the following day. There wasn't much going on, and then last 2 days we just, I don't know, wasn't able to get over here, to do this. Just was kind of busy, and the time we got home, it was already dark, and it was just like, hey, we'll get to it. But it's been just absolutely beautiful here in Northeast Ohio. Sun's been shining, so it's nice. All right, let's see what we got.
Ooh, that's a good amount.
We got a pretty decent bucket. So these things are kind of a pain to open, but just make sure your fingies is nice and warm.
Warm fingies.
Trying to do this kind of stuff with cold fingers, man. No good. So
okay. Half a bucket.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
A little frozen. That's good because that stores it.
Yeah.
When you got to keep it cold.
Okay, now I kind of just have this.
I don't think anything's flowing just yet, so I think you got a minute to.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm not worried. I mean, the little nozzles are frozen. I'm just saying, as far as like dumping it out.
Oh, you're dumping it.
Do it backwards.
I thought you were changing it out.
And again, I mean, you can choose to keep the ice or discard it. They say, it's mainly going to be water, so that's fine.
Look at that. Happy day.
You know, and I mean, it's hard to tell. It's got a little bit of color to it, but you know, sometimes that could just be a little bit of tannins coming off of the. Oh, it's kind of loose in there. Yeah, I didn't quite use one size too big of a bit, but that's okay. Hey, we're getting some sap. But yeah, you want to make sure. I mean, this is in a bucket, so it's kind of, you know, I mean, you can put it in a glass or whatever, but I mean, it should be clear as water, which, I mean, obviously that's got a little color to it, which has never affected anything in the past. Again, it might just be tannins from the
it's the first flow too, so it probably has something to do with it, because we'll have some buckets that are a little tinted and some buckets that are not.
I think the biggest thing is
the taste test.
Well, taste test, and you don't want it to to be cloudy.
Right. The cloudy, if you taste it, it should taste what? A little syrupy, right?
Sweet, maybe just clean, pure water, more or less. Because, I mean, the sugar content is so minimal. I mean, yeah, but you can just straight up drink this. I mean, it's just like more or less filtered water.
I feel like I remember somebody saying that if you taste it and it tastes bad, it's not good.
No, absolutely, yeah. If
so
it's got a bitter...
That's what you're looking for.
It should taste pure as could be, you know. Should be absolutely pretty much no taste to it. So, yeah, taste, color, but, you know, as long as it's been cold, you shouldn't have any problems.
Right.
Alright guys, we're doing our second collection here. So out of this tree here, we almost got a full 5 gallons. And this next batch looks a lot clearer. Again, I mean, as long as it's not too cloudy or stained. But yeah, you can clearly see that. And I'm kind of going, you know, with the individual buckets for each individual tree, just to kind of know what's what. Okay, we got a good 5 gallons there. Woohoo! That's nice. So yeah, if you boil that down, I mean, you wouldn't get a whole lot of syrup, but you get something.
Little tiny, maybe a breakfast worth.
Right.
40 to 1. Yeah. So this is just the beginning.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is the day where we're going to start boiling off our sap that we've collected so far. And so far we've collected about 12 gallons. I haven't gone around and checked all the buckets today, which they've been sitting out there stewing for the last week or so or whatever. So a good chance we got quite a bit more. But so this is my evaporator setup here. I built, you know, just a 55-gallon drum. I put some old grill grates on the inside for the fire to sit on to get a little airflow underneath, and then just some buffet trays, and you know, you can get all the, you know, the piping at your local, you know, hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. You know, this is just, you know, heater ducting pipe. You know, I went for the cheap stuff because I'm cheap and it works. You know, who knows? I might end up upgrading this whole thing here eventually, but you know, for now, this will be our second season with the barrel. You know, in the first season, I mean, I just did this on I had some cinder blocks in the yard, made a fire, and you know, set the trays in that, and you know, that worked out good. But I wanted to be able to get over to the, you know, wherever I wanted to have it, you know, because like this time of the year, a lot of times the ground's all soggy and muddy, and you know, so this was a good thing here, you know. We're gonna get this video out to you guys here real soon. If you guys want to try this, there's still plenty of time. I mean, we got the whole month of March. Basically, you want to call it quits once the trees start budding.
Yep.
You know, once the trees start budding, I think, you know, the sap will be kind of bitter at that point. But, you know, I mean, again, once the trees start budding, you're not going to have those cold nights anymore. So, typically, so it's just kind of, the window's going to close up. But March, typically got some time, so. we've had this going for quite a while now. I mean, a few hours maybe. We didn't have a ton, so it's going pretty quick. Yeah, every so often, I mean, especially when you get a lot of foam on top, you just want to take some kind of a strainer or something and just get your foam. And you can see it, you know, it kind of collects a little bit of some nasties and gets all the nasties out of there too. So yeah, just periodically, you know, get all that out of there. Yeah, we're getting decently close. So at this point, yeah, I don't want to have the fire going too crazily because it just tends to burn all the syrup and sap on the sides, and you know, it's hard to clean. So I think keep it a little cooler at this point. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let these go a little bit more, and then you know, we'll probably take it in the house and finish it off. It's a lot easier to finish it off. Basically, I like to take it down to where, you know, where we can get it all into this pot, and then, you know, we'll just put that on the kitchen stove, and then, you know, you just do it a lot more controlled. All right, guys, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We got our bottles. We're, you know, we already put them through the dishwasher to, you know, sanitize, and then, you know, further sanitization. We're, you know, giving them a boil for a while. And then,
that also helps keep it from cracking when you pour the hot syrup.
You're gonna be pouring, you know, boiling syrup into them, so
you want hot bottles.
Yep, match the temperatures, and then so yeah, all the sap that we've boiled down, let's just call it 12 and a half gallons or so. You know, this is what we ended up with now, and you can see when I stir it, if you want to get in here a little bit. You know, it's not really doing much just yet, but you know, you want to kind of have it lower because, you know, at this stage in the process, if you're too hot, this thing will boil over faster than you can get to it, and you're gonna have a big old sticky mess. I don't know that from experience, thankfully, but yeah, once it gets close, I mean, you want to have your test little vials there, and then. Got my hydrometer here that's going to tell you when you're where you need to be. Either way, I'm going to want it, you know, kind of in this range here when it's hot. So that even says hot test, and you got a cold test, but I don't think the cold test will really be accurate because it'll be all thick and stuff. So, you know, do it hot. And then also, once this gets to, you know, where it's going to be in at that level, I mean, you can almost tell because, you know, for one, like I was saying, when you stir it, it's going to flare up really easy. And then also the boiling point changes, so it raises the boiling point to like 219, I believe. So you can see it with that if you got a candy thermometer or a thermometer in there.
Which we have.
Yeah.
Well, we have a digital. Which
we have. So, but yeah, you know, the boiling point will go from 212 to 219, so you'll see the temperature shoot up. And you can just kind of tell too, like, you know,
the plate test.
Yeah, we like to just kind of put a little on a plate, and then just, you know, see how thick it's getting. You know, I mean, obviously, if it just runs right off the plate, it's not even close. But this is getting decently thick. Yeah, at this point, you can see it should kind of flare up a little bit. You know,
shimmer.
Just a little bit. You can see just a little bit. It's sudsing up. But when it gets close, I mean, you put that spoon in there, and it really kind of flares up. So we'll show you that. We'll check back here in just a few, and you know, we'll kind of show you the final process. You know, filtering and bottling and all that. Super simple with bottling. I mean, we just fill them up, you put a little seal on there, and you put the lid on. Done.
So, like we were saying earlier, the biggest thing. Hot bottles.
Yep.
Do not attempt to pour hot liquid into a cold bottle. It will shatter.
We got, 4 bottles or 4 more months of worth of sap there. And, we don't go through it that much. I mean, a lot of times, like this morning we had French toast, naturally we're going to put some syrup on there, and it was delicious. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you hanging in. I know this is probably a long video with a lot
super long. I tried to really shorten it up.
A lot of cool information, but hopefully we answered all your potential syrup making questions. So, if you have anything else, please comment. If you guys could like our video, that would really help us out a lot.
Subscribe,
all that,
please.
All that fun stuff. So we appreciate you guys. We'll catch you next time with the next cool, awesome thing we do. So until next time, guys. Catch you later.